Athletics has a possibility of educating.
Well, it means a lot to the students at both institutions. We both know that, this was the beginning of black college football.
This is based on the fact that we started it all. Livingstone and J.C. Smith started football for the historically black college and university.
I guess what the game really did, maybe as you look 100 and what odd years into the future, is it was a beginning. You have to start someplace, and you have to start with something that can leave a lasting impact.
Imagine what it must have felt like for the guys to go out on a football field and play a game for the first time when no other college that was black-oriented had ever done something like that.
I think Smith had already practiced like 2 years prior to them even hitting the field back in 1890.
The fact that they played practice for 2 years to even learn the ball game, to participate in that game.
These two schools had the moxie, the foresight, whatever you want to say.
If you think about the amount of time that it took the Johnson C. Smith team to even get to Salisbury to play that game.
I think it took 2 days for you to get to the school to play the game. 6-4 was a score, something like that. You came in on a covered wagon.
They didn't have the advantages of modern day travel as we experience it now.
Considering that you probably didn't have any money, nobody knew about the ball game, and then just the sensitivity of the era in which those people lived, it's amazing that you're able to get that done.
To us, it's something that create the benchmark. You have all your classics and all the things that people are enjoying right now is because of two schools that got together back then, decided to want to play each other. And, that's the type of legacy that we believe, we're part of.
It fostered hope for African Americans. You remember the Civil War was over some maybe 25 years prior to that, and African Americans were trying to find their cut in this country. So this gives them hope and promise that, hey, there is a new day, there is a better day, and an educated person can make things happen, not only for his generation, but for generations to come.
Just such great tradition of being the first HBCU game ever played, in the United States. And so that's something that we most definitely, that we thrive on. It's a lot of pride.
These student athletes today are standing on the shoulders of those who've gone before them, and they have a responsibility to understand what their role is in playing this game. They're carrying on a legacy. They're carrying on a tradition.
A lot of our athletes come here because of the heritage. The heritage is that their parents went here, and we did right by their parents, and we want that to continue.
I think if you're a student athlete, if you're playing the game, you get caught in the moment. You're worrying about what you've got to do to make your own history. I hope that in some point in their life, if not now, that they will realize, hey man, I was a part of something special.
The Commemorative Classic, as it is titled now, it's to me an event that it's far past its time.
It's changed a lot, but still the history is there and the rivalry is still there.
I think that you could compare this to the Army-Navy game, with just rich tradition.
You still have your people that, they're adamant John C. Smith fans and the adamant Livingstone fans, but at the end of the day, you see a really good atmosphere. I've never experienced anything negative other than, just people being ferocious fans for their school.
I think the Commemorative Classic can only grow. And if you want to have a mark in history, you look back to that first football game when Biddle and Livingstone played each other. That was the beginning, and look at how it's grown. So if this year, the 2009 version of the Commemorative Classic is the beginning, then just wonder where it could be in 100 years.
That's history, and it's been 100 years of history, and the Commemorative Classic will make that history grow and grow and grow.
The 2009 Commemorative Classic.
It's more than just a game.
It's history.